Hello, you're watching Times TV, and today I am with the Vice Chairman of the Raid Group, Sheikh Raid Al Aremi. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Pleasure to be with you.
Right, absolutely, Yaz. So today there are two malls that we're essentially talking about. Tell me more about them.
Well, the first one is Al Aremi Boulevard, that is due to be completed in September this year
Right.
in Asib. It consists of a built-up area of 140,000 square meters and the
Okay.
leasable area of 70 to 75,000 square meters.
Right.
So this is on track, and we'll be inviting you all for the opening very shortly.
Oh, very excited about it.
Yes, the other project is the one that we have signed the construction contract with Unique Contracting Company, which will commence in July of this year.
Okay.
It has a built-up area of 240,000 square meters and a leasable area of 140,000 square meters
Right.
with 5,400 car parks.
Right.
This project is going to be a 26-month project and due for completion in September 2020.
Right. So how are these two projects going to be different from each other?
Well, they're different in the fact they're of a different size at different locations, different catchment areas. But they're quite similar in the unique offerings that they have.
Right.
Specifically when it comes to the entertainment concepts that we have. Barka, for example, in Al Aremi Walk has a virtual reality center, a trampoline park, a snow village,
Okay.
an ice skating zone. Al Aremi Boulevard has more of casual dining, F&B. It still has a quite diversity of entertainment, a family entertainment center, a kids zone, eye combat.
Right.
It will also have a virtual reality center. They're quite similar in them being unique destinations, but they're quite different in the size and location.
Right. So there are a lot of new malls coming up in Oman right now. So would you say that there is an active push towards the retail sector in terms of the diversification of the country?
Well, I think there is a push to create more retail space. It is important to focus on retail and to look into it from a wider perspective, because people's way of life today has changed from what it has been in the past.
Right.
People spend more time today in malls than they spend in their houses on weekends. In addition to this, if you look at Oman, the number of retail square foot you have per capita is one of the lowest in the region.
Right.
So you've got almost 9 to 10 square foot per capita, whereas the norms is 20 to 25.
Okay. And why is that?
Well, I think there hasn't been enough development of international standard malls that have been built in Oman. And that's the opportunity that Al Raid has seen and decided to focus its investments in.
Right. So what is going to give Al Raid a competitive advantage over the other malls that are in the country or will be coming up in the country soon?
Well, first of all, we provide malls that are constructed according to international standards. We appoint international architects. International design
Right.
is one of the top 5 international architects who are specialized in mall design.
Right.
They have received the Best Mall Award design for their mall El Centro out of Milan in Italy.
Okay.
So we invest a lot on excellent architects. We invest on outstanding developments. We try and look at the international trend in retail, how people spend, how people like to behave, what is the consumer behavior, what are the attractions, what are the new entries within the retail world.
Yeah.
Through our association with international consultants and architects. And we try and bring this to Oman and implement them, taking in consideration they fit with the requirements of the society, the spending power and the growth that we have in the business models of the developers.
Right. So the retail sector is known to attract a lot of jobs and
Yes.
it provides a lot of job opportunities. So the
Yes.
two malls that we are talking about today, will they be providing a lot of jobs in the country?
Yes, I mean, if you look at the retail sector, it is one of the largest employers in the country of 180,000 jobs.
Okay.
12% of this is being engaged by Omanis. There is almost 54,000 jobs that are available for them to be filled within the retail sector.
Right.
So it's one of the largest employers, which is a fact, and it has to be grabbed, looked at, and the people have to understand that retail is a career. You know, it's not just an entry job,
Right.
which allows you for growth, opportunities, specialization, and that's what we're trying to create, a strong awareness in society about the importance of retail, the jobs that it creates, the business opportunities that it has to offer.
Right. So again, speaking of opportunities, is there going to be a lot of digitization involved, considering every single sector in Oman is going through a phase of digitization?
Yes, I mean, transformation is very important. Digitalization is very important. Introducing of new technologies is important. And even when you look at e-commerce, for example,
Yeah.
It's taking growth internationally, but it doesn't force the absence of physical retail centers.
Right.
People have to accept the change that the world is going ahead with in regards to retail. So you focus more on your F&B offerings, more on your entertainment, which no digital platform or e-commerce platform can provide you with.
Right, so that brings me to an e-commerce or an online shopping culture in Oman. Do you see an appetite for that?
Yes, I see this, and it's going to come sooner or later, and people have to be accustomed to incorporate applications, websites that provide for their merchandise that they sell in malls or outlets, to have them delivered to the consumers.
Right.
And in Al Arami Boulevard, for example, we were one of the first to invest in an application that will initially allow for the retailers to list their merchandise and prices for people to compare. And then we were trying to look for an association for these goods to be delivered to the end user.
Right, so could this be like an alternative for, say, Alibaba.com or Souk.com?
It's not an alternative. I mean, Souk.com and Alibaba.com is a platform, that brings consumers and businesses. This is a speciality and a specialization of those who are looking to invest within this model. We, on the other hand, have the physical part, but we would create and support and recommend that the retailers tend to have an e-commerce platform.
Right. So finally, do you think that Oman has the potential to be a shopping destination with regards to tourism?
Yes, extremely, because we've opened the airport just in March. Air traffic is going to increase. Oman is being chosen as one of the top destinations in the world that has a lot of variety in its landscape offerings, activities, its beautiful landscape, and therefore Oman will be a shopping destination sooner or later.
Right. So what more, according to you, needs to be done to push it further?
Well, I think the officials have taken all means to make sure that things progress surely and firmly.
Right.
And they are working in a very good collaboration with international experts to promote Oman internationally and to attract the right tourist and visitor. In order to maintain this country and its security and its beauty, and at the same time encourage local investments within the tourism industry and tourism sector by locals and international investors.
Right, great. Thank you so much for your time, and all the best to you for both the malls. We're all excited about it and looking forward to its opening. Right, thank you, and thank you for watching Times TV.
Thank you very much.
Hello, you're watching Times TV, and today with me right now are Manilal Limbani and Suketu Limbani from Unique Contracting. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Right, so I was just having a word with Raeed Al Arami, and he said that you guys are responsible for the completion of this project in September 2018. Is that true?
That's right. It is true.
Right, so what exactly is your role and the role of Unique Contracting in this whole project?
No, the role of a Unique Contracting is complete. We are going to complete the mall, all interior, external, except the shop areas, which normally in the malls, the one who comes for the shops, they are the one who does the interiors and all that,
Right.
So rest of the works we are doing it up, and it's going on very well.
Right.
And we'll be able to complete in September 2018.
Right. So since you are responsible for the construction of the mall, you would probably know the facilities that the mall is going to provide.
Yeah.
So what would they be?
No, the facility is like one of the biggest facility of the fun park, for children's and all that, the kids zone and all that. It's quite a huge place. And
there are cinemas in it, and fun zone is there for the kids. It's quite big compared to a lot of malls in Oman at the moment.
Right. So again, there are a lot of new malls coming up in Oman. Right now we have a very limited number, but again we've seen a number of new ones coming up. So what exactly would make this mall separate or unique compared to the other malls?
This will make unique because of its locality.
Okay.
If you see, it's in the Al-Khod, which is connecting to the Burqa, connecting to the Al-Hil, Siberia, and if you see the Gobras and all that, the vicinity and the connectivity, the bridges and all that, it's very nice.
Right.
And the mall itself has got so much of lights, into it. You will require the whole day to walk into the mall around it, and you will love the mall.
Right.
It's beautifully constructed and beautifully designed. It is.
Right, and it's expected to be completed in September this year.
That's what.
Right, and we're also talking about a second mall, which is the Walk.
Yeah.
And tell me more about that.
See, the Arami Walk when I saw the design which they saw me, I really like the way it's been designed. You know, it's beautifully done, and it's got a more space than the one which we're talking about, the Bollywood Mall.
Right.
And again, the location also is very, very beautiful locations.
Right. Where
It's got
exactly is it?
That's
The
in
mall.
Barka.
In Barka. Okay. Right.
And got a lot of parking space, and it's the beautifully designed. You know, the external features. If you see, it's beautiful, amazing it is.
Right, right. So the retail sector, so as you all know, is known to create a lot of jobs and provide a lot of jobs.
Absolutely.
And since again you guys are involved in the construction of the mall, I'm sure you have provided a lot of jobs because of these two
Absolutely,
projects.
absolutely.
So do you have a number or an estimated figure as to how many jobs were created and will be created?
Well, if you see, we would be requiring at least around 2,000 people.
Oh wow.
So at least 500 to 600 jobs of the Omani, new jobs will be created for
Right.
the Omanis, what I'm talking about.
Right, and this is
And
just
in
for
the
one
retail
mall.
shop, definitely it will be a much bigger figures.
Right.
When the mall will start operating it up, it will have a big impact on the Omanis. You know.
Right, right. So is this Unique's first retail project or mall project?
Yeah, mall project, Bollywood Mall is the first project.
Right, and how important do you think the retail sector is going to be for the country, especially with the whole economic diversification happening right now?
No, because since the if you look at the populations, you know, the malls are very few over here. So I feel like, you know, the malls are required in Oman.
So you think Oman can become a shopping destination like Dubai has successfully been in the last 10 years?
That's what I've seen recently. The policies of the Oman government, which has been changing. The tourism is getting it increased day by day.
Correct.
So definitely the mall culture would you know, be the better in the Oman.
Right, and also do you think the new airport is going to help facilitate that?
Absolutely, absolutely. It's amazing. The airport is lovely. Recently, yesterday only I landed, and also it's very beautiful, very beautiful.
Right.
It
so-
will increase the flow of the passengers.
Right.
And likewise, the tourism also will be increased.
Right. So do you also have some figures as to the investment that has gone into the mall?
At the moment, we won't be able to disclose on that.
Yeah,
But
because
Sure.
the
we
investment
have,
is that I think Mr. Sheikh Raid,
he can
will be
answer
person to
the.
answer it.
Right.
So at the moment, we are not in that position to answer that question at least.
Sure, no problem. And thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank
It
you
was
very
an
much.
absolute
Thank you
pleasure
very
talking
much.
to you,
Thank
and
you
we
very
are
much.
totally looking forward to the opening of the mall.
Thank you.
And thank you for
Surely.
watching Times TV.
Thanks.